Imagine standing in the vast, quiet desert. The sun beats down with an intense, ancient heat. Before you rises a mountain, but it is not a mountain of rock and earth, it is a mountain made by human hands. The Great Pyramid of Giza stands as a testament to what people can achieve. Its stones are enormous, some weighing as much as a large truck. How could anyone move such a thing? There were no cranes, no engines, no modern machines to lift these colossal blocks into place. The people of ancient Egypt had only their strength, their intelligence, and their remarkable will. The scale of this achievement is almost impossible for us to comprehend today. This incredible period of building began a very long time ago. We call it the Old Kingdom. It spanned from around 2700 to 2200 BC. This was the age of the great pharaohs, rulers who were seen as gods on earth. Pharaohs like Djoser, Sneferu, Khufu, Khafre, and Menkaure commanded the construction of these magnificent tombs. The pyramids were not built by slaves, as many once believed. They were built by skilled Egyptian workers. Tens of thousands of them lived in purpose-built cities near the construction sites. They were fed, housed, and cared for, all in service of creating an eternal resting place for their king. The pyramids were built with two main types of stone. Most of the massive blocks were limestone, which was quarried nearby on the Giza Plateau. This made moving the majority of the stones a slightly easier task. But the outer casing, which made the pyramids gleam a brilliant white in the sun, was different. This was a special, fine-quality Tura limestone. It had to be brought from quarries across the River Nile. Even more impressive were the heavy granite blocks. These were used for important chambers inside the pyramid, like the king's chamber. This granite came from Aswan, a place more than 800 kilometers to the south. Transporting these stones was a monumental challenge in itself. The ancient Egyptians were masters of the river. They used large wooden boats to carry the heavy blocks along the Nile. This was only possible during the annual flood season, when the water levels were high enough. The water allowed them to bring the boats closer to the pyramid construction sites. Once on land, thousands of workers would pull the stones on large wooden sleds. They may have poured water on the sand in front of the sleds. This would have made the sand firm and reduced the friction, making the immense task just a little bit easier. The most widely accepted ideas about how the pyramids were built focus on simple, yet brilliant, engineering. Experts believe the Egyptians used massive ramps. These ramps would have been built from mud brick and rubble. As the pyramid grew taller, the ramp would also get longer and higher. Workers would then pull the heavy stone blocks up these enormous slopes. There are different theories about the shape of these ramps. Some suggest a single, long, straight ramp leading up to the pyramid. Others think a spiral ramp wrapping around the pyramid as it was built would have been more efficient. Another clever idea involves the use of rollers. Placing large wooden logs under the heavy stone sleds would have acted like wheels. This would have made it much easier to move the blocks across the flat ground. Imagine teams of workers pulling ropes while others quickly moved the logs from the back of the sled to the front. It was a continuous, coordinated effort. They may have also used levers to lift and position the stones with great precision once they reached their destination. These simple machines, powered by human muscle and ingenuity, could achieve incredible things when used by a well-organized workforce. A newer, very interesting theory suggests the pyramids were built from the inside out. A French architect named Jean-Pierre Houdin proposed this idea. He suggests that an external ramp was used only for the lower third of the pyramid. To build the higher levels, the workers constructed an internal ramp. This ramp would spiral upwards inside the pyramid itself, like a tunnel within the structure. This would explain why there is no evidence of a gigantic external ramp. It would have been a much more efficient way to get the stones to the very top, hidden from view. All of these scientific theories rely on one crucial element: people. The pyramids were not built by magic, but by immense human effort. Archaeologists have discovered the remains of villages where the workers lived. They have found bakeries that could produce thousands of loaves of bread each day. They have also found evidence of medical care, including healed bones. This shows that the workforce was well organized and valued. It was a national project, a source of pride. Fathers and sons may have worked side by side, contributing to a monument they believed would last for all eternity. While scientists offer logical explanations, the pyramids also inspire more mysterious ideas. The sheer perfection of the structures makes some people wonder, How could an ancient civilization, without computers or lasers, align the Great Pyramid so perfectly to the cardinal points of north, south, east, and west? Some theories suggest the Egyptians had access to a forgotten form of technology. Perhaps they understood acoustic levitation, using sound to make the stones lighter. Or maybe they had mastered a secret form of energy that we no longer understand. These are fascinating thoughts, though there is no physical evidence to support them. Then there is the most famous mysterious theory of all, that humans had help. Some people look at the incredible scale and precision of the pyramids and conclude that ancient Egyptians could not have done it alone. They propose that intelligent beings from another planet visited Earth thousands of years ago. These extraterrestrial visitors, with their advanced technology and knowledge, may have helped the pharaohs build their giant tombs. Proponents of this idea point to ancient carvings that they believe look like spaceships or aliens. It is a story that captures the imagination, turning the pyramids into a link between our world and the cosmos. Modern experts, archaeologists, and engineers continue to study the pyramids with new tools. They use ground-penetrating radar to look for hidden chambers. They use three-dimensional laser scanning to create incredibly detailed models of the structures. These new technologies have revealed fascinating details. For example, recent discoveries have uncovered a papyrus scroll known as the Diary of Merer. This is the journal of a man who was in charge of a team of workers. He describes transporting white limestone blocks from Tura to Giza by boat. This is the first ever first-hand account of the pyramid building process. These discoveries provide strong evidence for the scientific theories. They show that the ancient Egyptians were incredible project managers and engineers. They had a deep understanding of logistics, mathematics, and astronomy. The Diary of Merer supports the idea that the stones were transported on the Nile, and that a highly organized system was in place. Modern analysis of the tool marks on the stones shows they were cut and shaped using copper chisels and stone hammers. This evidence points away from lost technology or aliens and towards the remarkable skill and dedication of the Egyptian people themselves. Even with all our modern science and new discoveries, a sense of mystery remains. We have strong theories, but no one has found the definitive plans. The ancient Egyptians never left a complete instruction manual explaining exactly how they did it. We can make very good guesses about their methods, like the use of ramps and levers, but we cannot be 100% certain. The precise combination of techniques they used is still debated by experts. Every time we think we have the answer, the pyramids reveal a new puzzle, a new question that challenges our understanding. The scale of the operation is what continues to baffle us. Building the Great Pyramid in just over 20 years would have required setting one enormous block in place every few minutes, 24 hours a day. The coordination required for such a task is staggering, even by today's standards. How did they manage such a complex project with no modern communication tools? How did they motivate thousands of people to work so hard for so long? These are questions not just about engineering, but about human society, belief, and the power of a shared goal. The mystery is not just in the stones, but in the people who moved them. The pyramids stand as a powerful symbol of what we have lost. The ancient Egyptians possessed a deep connection to their environment and a mastery of simple, effective techniques. Their knowledge was passed down through generations, but it was never written into a single book for us to find. Over thousands of years, as civilizations rose and fell, this practical knowledge may have simply faded away. We can recreate their tools and test their methods, but we may never be able to fully recreate the mindset and the social organization that made the pyramids possible. And so, we are left to wonder. Do the real secrets of the pharaohs still lie hidden beneath the golden sands of Egypt, waiting for a future discovery to unlock them completely? Or is the true secret something less tangible? Perhaps the ancient Egyptians possessed a profound understanding of labor, of community, and of purpose, a form of knowledge that we, in our modern world, have ourselves forgotten. The pyramids guard their secrets well, and perhaps they always will, reminding us of the incredible and sometimes mysterious power of human ambition.